Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at more Am I Wrong stories. Yeah, let's just get right into the video. I have a female coworker who repeatedly calls me out regarding my weight. I'm a female, 5'9", 115 pounds and very thin. She is very overweight. All the time she makes comments about my weight. She doesn't call me by name, she calls me slim. And I even heard her say one time, "Go ask Toothpick." And she had said stuff like, "You need some meat on your bones and you need to eat." I have only worked there for 8 days. I have asked her very nicely to stop. Yesterday, I asked her to stop calling me slim again, and she basically said it's her mouth and she can say what she wants. Today, when she said morning slim, I replied morning chunky, and she got upset and actually started crying. You can't cry, bro. As if she's gonna act like the victim when she's been bullying this person. No freaking way. Everybody here at work, only 6 of us total, is saying that I'm wrong and I should apologize because being called fat is different than being called skinny, because being called skinny is a compliment. No it isn't. It isn't. I said as long as she calls me slim, I will call her chunky, and now I'm the bad person. Am I wrong if I don't apologize? The owner and manager has completely ignored the situation, saying it's a high school issue and we should figure it out. Wow. Being called skinny is a compliment. No, it's not. There are some people who don't want to be skinny, okay? There are some people who want to try to gain some weight, but they just can't. You can't say being called skinny is a compliment. It may be a compliment to some people, but it's not a compliment to everyone. But this coworker has been bullying this person for being skinny. You can even see it. Go ask Toothpick. You need some meat on your bones and you need to eat. Is that a compliment? No, it doesn't sound like a compliment to me if you're calling someone a toothpick. And then she's gonna cry when someone calls her chunky. Well, if you're gonna call people based on their appearances, then they're gonna do the same to you. And you're gonna cry like a little kid. Then don't bully people, alright? Redonkulous. Imagine body shaming someone and someone calls you out on it, and then you're gonna get upset and cry and act like the victim. Stupid. She deserved it. Alright, moving on. I've been with my wonderful girlfriend for a few years now, and we usually get along great, aside from this current issue. She's a self-proclaimed foodie, which I honestly think is just selling herself short. She's a food genius. She can taste and smell a dish and then turn around and recreate it, or even make it better than the original. If you taste something and wonder, what's that super subtle flavor? She'll tell you. It's anchovy paste, sumac, lavender, and some other obscure spice that you could never think of. When someone is cooking something and they go, it's missing something, she can tell you exactly what it needs. It's gotten to the point where I don't see any point in going out to eat, pretty much ever, except maybe her birthday. Even the most exotic ingredients aren't out of her reach either. And even though it's not about cost, I've saved up more being with her than I ever had in any other relationship. The only places we really go for a date night is ramen. She can't figure out how to make the noodles, but she still tries, so it's just a matter of time. And sushi. Our anniversary was recently, and I had noticed that our local fish counter was selling sushi grade fish, along with the rolling mats and nori. So I suggested that we have homemade sushi for our anniversary dinner before going out, and she was upset and said, "I'm not learning how to make sushi because then I would never get a real date ever again." We ended up going out instead. It kind of took me by surprise that she got so mad though. She's lightly mentioned wanting to go out occasionally to places like Olive Garden because she likes the red sauce, and other places because she likes the food. And now that I'm thinking about it, she's gotten kind of gloomy because I've asked her to cook on date nights instead of going out more often. She also brought up that food she cooks tastes better to me because she's tasting and smelling it while it cooks, so her senses are dulled by the time it's served. But she has the most acute sense of smell or taste I've ever seen, so I kind of think that's just an excuse. I just don't think it's worth it to go out and pay restaurant food prices when we can stay home for food prices and have food that's just as excellent. Am I wrong for not wanting to pay a restaurant to cook my meals because I practically have a private chef of my very own? What? He's treating his girlfriend like his private chef, and he doesn't want to bring her out to eat because she can make all the food that he wants to eat? So he's not even considering her feelings at all. Oh my god, selfish. How could he not take into account her feelings? What? It's just, this whole post is just about him. I've saved so much money. The food that she cooks for me just tastes better than a restaurant. I don't want to go out because that's just wasting more money. Does he not realize that she's spending so much time and effort making him food every single day? and he doesn't want to reciprocate anything and just bring her out for a nice meal sometimes. The fact that he's even being like, you can cook this for our anniversary because it's going to be expensive when we go outside, or it tastes better when you cook it. So she's going to be doing all the work again. Cooking. Oh my God. I think anyone would be mad at that. It's the fact that he just doesn't appreciate it either. Like, it just feels like he's expecting everything from her because she can cook. The fact that he even mentioned her as his own private chef says a lot. You see her as a freaking chef and not your girlfriend. You don't even love her the same way that she loves you. Okay, well, there's an update. After I posted and proposed and was rejected, things got pretty awkward between us for the first time in 5 years. She started to get snappy at me easily. She stopped being as affectionate to me. She started making pretty much nothing but casserole. Everything changed. To clarify, she usually liked to make more involved food than casserole. This guy is like, I can't believe she's not making the food that I like anymore. Then one day, like 3 weeks ago, she threw down the spoon she was using to serve the 1000th casserole this month and snipped at me. Do you seriously think that I actually like eating Olive Garden? She saw the post. She was furious. She doesn't like Olive Garden. She'll eat there because the kids love it and it's cheap. I was right about the red sauce being non-acidic, but well, in her words, she never developed a taste for pasta. Do I ever see her make pasta? No. A meal isn't complete without rice. You don't know me at all. Oh my gosh. You go, girl. Tell him. Tell him. You know, he needs to know. Long story short, we've been separate for a few weeks now and it's not looking good. She loves and respects me, but feels it's best for her to respectfully disengage from me for her own personal betterment. So yeah, I ruined my family by not appreciating my girlfriend. I didn't take her out on dates and I didn't pay enough attention. I would do anything to fix everything. Dude, you just didn't even care about her, man. The fact that you don't even know what she likes eating, man, I'd be upset. Like, seriously, is he really that oblivious? Obviously, for the girlfriend, she thought everything was just too one-sided. And I would feel the same too. You know, if you're putting all your effort into cooking for your boyfriend every single day, good meals, amazing meals and everything, and then all he can say is, oh honey, you can just cook today again for our anniversary because you make the best meals. Where's your effort in making something then? Like, or at least bring her out, you know? Jeez. This dude did not even try to fix his own relationship, you know? The fact that he posted that post and then he thought it was a good idea to propose. What, to like lock her in or something? Yeah, you can't just propose to someone that you've never tried to impress, alright? You can't just propose and hope for the best when it's a one-sided relationship. Like, you know, she's been doing so much, been trying to make you so happy, but you can't even bring her out on one date as if. So yeah, she deserved better. I just hate the fact that he referred to her as his own personal chef. No way. Alright, moving on. I have 3 fingers missing on my dominant hand. It's fine. I can type and everything and even manage to tie my shoelaces most days. However, I won't deny that it looks a bit odd to most people. I only have my 4th and 5th fingers, so my hand looks a bit like a child's drawing of a rabbit, and not a good one. I'm used to people asking about it, usually after staring for a good minute or 2, but I still find it annoying. I really don't get why you think it would be an okay thing to ask someone about. But hey, I wasn't raised in a barn. Usually, I nip the questioning in the bud by just explaining the truth from the get-go and assuming that enough people will gossip about it and that the message will spread by the end of the day. It always does. Anyway, I started a new job about a month ago, and I honestly could not face going through that same cycle again. I felt like the time had come to not play into it anymore and to make something out of it, and I decided to make myself laugh. When the first new coworker asked about it, I completely lied and told her that I treat them off as a baby. I then decided to tell the next person who asked that I cut them off with a plastic knife at a picnic, and the next person that I was born with 6 fingers and they removed too many, and so on. All genuinely ridiculous reasons, but I'm a good actor and they actually believed my stupid lies. I didn't expect them to. But there you go. Maybe they just thought there's no way I'd lie about how I lost my fingers. Within about 3 days, I learned that my coworkers had been arguing about the actual reason, and it seems like a lot of them now actively dislike me for lying to them. I'm probably going to have to make some cupcakes over the weekend with my super cool 3D printed adaptive whisk to get back into their good books. Anyway, I told this story to my brother today, and he told me that I was an ass because I caused tension within the office on my first day and made people feel stupid for being gullible and believing my lies. My argument is that I'm not the ass because they were asking a rude common question, and because I didn't do it with the intention of deceiving them, I was just honestly fed up of the question and didn't think they would actually think I actually severed 3 fingers with dental floss when I was 3. I'll accept my judgment though. Yeah, they're not wrong. That's funny, man. The coworkers who are getting upset, you kids acting like teenagers, hey. Like, I would be laughing if someone told me that, you know? Like if they're like, yeah, I actually lost 3 of my fingers because I cut it with dental floss. I'd be like, what the hell is wrong with you? No way. And then realize it's actually a joke and they don't want to talk about it. Because honestly, that's how some people cope. They don't like telling the truth about some things, and you just have to take the hint and realize and not ask them again. Why are these coworkers getting mad? Like, you asked someone a personal question and you're gonna get mad for believing such stupid answers? Seriously? That's them obviously lying and exaggerating the situation because they don't want to tell you the truth. Jeez. If anything, they should find it funny, you know? Find humor in it. Not get mad. Holy. My niece is engaged to her new boyfriend. They have been dating for 4 months and she's just 19. My brother told her that he will stop funding her life if she marries him. My niece is pretty spoiled. She visited me last week. I think she thought I would be supportive because I also was cut off because I refused to divorce my wife. She was telling me how she knew it would be difficult, but she could manage because she loved him. I asked her if she had a budget and she said she didn't. I offered to help her make one and she was enthusiastic. She didn't know how much he made, and when she texted him about it, he was being shady and not responding. So I assumed he would make $16 per hour and work 12 hours per day for 6 days, and I assumed she would work the same hours and make the same amount. I then showed her how much things would actually cost and budgeted them figures in. I also emphasized that these are very generous assumptions on my part and it is a rosier picture than reality. It still meant that she would have to make substantial changes to her lifestyle, and I think it dawned on her how drastically different it would be to date someone without money and be actually married to them. She asked me how we made it work, and I told her that my wife and I sat down for hours preparing budgets and getting ready to be cut off, and we were cut off in our early 30s and already had 2 great careers and received other inheritance, which had helped immensely. She was sober and serious when she left my house. She broke up with him and has moved back home. It appears she asked him about his salary and it was lower than my assumptions, and that freaked her out and she broke up with him. She's upset and she said I scared her and she really misses him. My wife said that I was a bit manipulative with my assumptions as I did not know they were more generous than normal, and she would freak out when she tried to make a real budget. I did know that and it did make me feel a bit bad. I feel like I played her here. Ooh. Well, it's not his fault that she broke up with her boyfriend though, because she pretty much just chose money over her boyfriend, right? She's like, wow, you don't make enough to budget my life. Okay, bye. Like, literally, she just left him like that. And now she's going to be like, but I miss him even though I left him because he didn't make more money than I thought he would make. It's your fault because you told me that life actually costs money. Yo, she just broke up with him like that. She's cold-hearted, man. But anyways, you really shouldn't be getting married at 19 anyways. Like, that is young. Unless you guys both have good careers and are making good money, then you can get married whenever you want, as long as it's like the legal age, right? But if you're not even working yet, you shouldn't be marrying at 19, man. Like, come on. That's gonna be tough. How are you going to provide for your kid and everything if you can't even provide for yourselves yet? Jeez. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.